Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please do subscribe. You know what it is today. We are playing with some color and some makeup. If you want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. So welcome back everyone to my channel. I have been so sick, my face has been going through the most. So we're jumping straight into today's video. I'm just prepping my skin under my eye with some serum, and that is the orange Dr. Rashel serum. I then go ahead with some primer. All products used in this video will be in the description, so you can give that a look. Then using the NYX tinted brow gel and just very lightly brushing through my brows. So the way I'm doing my brows today is a little bit more different. I'm not really going in with like a paint pot or anything. I'm just gonna brush out my brows. So I basically apply the product first with the wand, and then I go in and brush all my brows up, and then going in with the Tesh Beauty concealer just to cut the brow and also clean up any imperfections underneath the brow, and also using the rest of the product to apply to my eyelid as a nice base for the eyeshadow. So I've been sick for the past 2 weeks and I'm still recovering, so my skin really does look very dull, and yeah, it's just not looking the best. So I went in with the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation, and this is not my shade. It is the shade Caramel, but I went in with the white foundation from NYX, and this is the Pro Foundation Mixer, as well as the opalescent that gives more of a shimmer look to the foundation. So I mixed those two in with the foundation, and it's more or less the shade that I am right now, just because my skin is very dull and my pigmentation is showing a lot. So I felt like this foundation would suit me at the moment. Yeah, so just going in, buffing it out with a foundation brush, making sure I'm covering all of the areas on my face and neck, and then going in and using my banana powder. This is the flat banana powder from Essence. And using a powder puff, and I love this technique so much. So I recently started doing this, and I feel like my foundation lasts throughout the day. So patting the powder all over my face, and whatever excess is on my face, I'll just dust that out with a brush. Makeup always looks a mess just before you can finish, so don't even stress if you look crazy, because that's the whole point of makeup. You have to look crazy before you look beautiful. Then going in with my Off Tropic NYX palette, one of my favorite palettes. I love this for summer, but I needed that burnt orange shade. Using that shade and blending it with a fluffy brush, blending that shade on the outer part of my eyelid as well as the crease. When you're applying your transition color, make sure you're going high enough so you can see that shade show through. Then using my NYX palette, and I'm going to pick up a dark brown shade. It's almost finished from this palette. So yeah, just applying that on the outside of the eye underneath that transition shade with a smaller blending brush, and yeah, just packing it from the outside of the eye. Then going in with this beautiful blue color from NYX. I didn't use this before, so I actually wanted to keep this pigment on the inner tear duct, but when I applied it on my eye, I realized I want to take it a little bit more in. So it's not really a half cut crease or anything like that, it's just on the inner third of my eye. So apply that there, and then used a lighter blue color for the inner tear duct. The key in using colors like this is making sure that it all blends into each other seamlessly and beautifully. So make sure you're taking time to blend the colors into each other. Then using a dark brown pencil and lining my waterline. Already went in and applied my mascara. Next, using my highlighter palette and using the lighter shade, I'm applying a little bit on top of that light blue, and this is just going to change the color of that blue and make it more pigmented. And as you guys can see, it looks a little lighter and it just draws your focus toward the inner portion of the eye. And yeah, applying lashes, and this is a nice beautiful fluffy lash. Then going in with my Tesh Beauty concealer, going to highlight my face, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my mouth, and blending it out with a small fluffy brush. Mixing two powders together. Today I'm using the Yardley translucent powder as well as my Smudge banana powder, and I feel like it's the perfect shade when I do mix these two together. So applying it all over the areas where I went in and concealed. This is going to set that concealer as well as highlight under the eye and wherever I did go and conceal. Next, using my Captivate palette from Mud, and I'm using that brown shade just to bronze up the face and bring some color back to my cheekbones, my forehead, and a little bit on my nose and my jawline as well. Trust the process. That's what I always tell my clients. That's what I always tell people who generally don't wear makeup. So makeup is like art. You cannot see how the end is going to turn out because you have to go through the process and enjoy the process. And if you do the steps well enough, you will have an amazing piece of art at the end. But if you rush it, and it will not end up exactly how you want it to be. So trust the process and enjoy practicing, because practice makes perfect. Then for lips, I went in with a brown lip liner, and then over top I went with a plum liner. And for the lips, I used the NYX Butter Gloss in a beautiful plum shade. Initially, I was going to do an ombre lip with a plum outside and a taupe center, but then I realized when I applied this color, I just went full on because it looked so gorgeous. And you'll see me in a second just like applying the entire, yeah, there we go, applying the entire lipstick because it looked so good and it felt so creamy. I love NYX Butter Glosses. It's such a sad thing that they're not in South Africa anymore, but you guys can go ahead and shop online. Adding this deeper brown shade just to create some hollows in my cheekbone. So just applying a little bit of that shade and blending it out into my temples as well. Just applied it and then blended softly upwards and applied a little bit on my nose as well. And straight after this, I go in with a nice pink blush. When I do these kinds of looks, I like to go in with a deeper shade of pink. Also adding some highlighter, and this is the one from that Mud palette, and this is like a golden, almost like a champagne shade, and applying that to my cheek as well. And also going in underneath my brow, on my brow bone, my nose. Gonna go ahead and set this entire face in place with my NYX Dewy Setting Spray, and I am so happy with how this makeup look turned out. If you would like to book your hair and makeup appointment, definitely message me, or you can email me and I would love to glam you up. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!